So this week, I've been asked a lot about rests and how they work, because it's a little bit strange in music, the way that we build things, because as music was developed over the hundreds of years that it's taken to form into the system that we have these days in the West, we have our stave, the 5 lines that we all know and love when we write the notes on, but there's no grid markings other than bar lines after so many beats. So when you want to right precision beats in there and the absence of sound, the silencers, we physically have to write something to say it's silent and for how long it's silent. We can't just leave a gap, because we would have no way of knowing where to come back in with the next notes. It would be imprecise. So when we look at the system that we have of whole notes and semi-breves and so on, we have a system where we have a corresponding rest. So a 4-beat rest is like this, which hangs down. The 2-beat rest sticks up. The 1 is that, and the 8th is that. But I like to think about beats in a bar being like children's building blocks. You know, the ones that have all sorts of weird and wonderful things you can make out of them. And again, I said in music, we have these grids, these bar lines that come down, and we generally go into either 3s or 4s, although stranger ones are more acceptable. So that when you have a 4-beat bar, you can put a building block across, which lasts the whole bar, but it acknowledges it's got the 4 knobbles, but it's one block. However, if you write the same bar and you fill it with 4 single blocks, they are all sounded ba 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 ba, but they fill the beat. There's no, you can see the join, but there's no gaps in between them, is there? And that's the same when we do music, that when you put these single bricks in, they should be like that. And quickly, just before we go, if you want to write a 4-beat note over a bar line, we have a rule that says you can't do that. You're not supposed to do that at all. So we split it into 2 of the 2 and 2 building bricks. And then anyone that's played extensively with those building bricks as a child will know you can get a thin plate that's 4 long and has the 4 knobbles on the top. And we have one of those that goes over the top. And it's a little curved line that joins the notes together called a tie. And that effectively says it's this full length, but we've got to put a split in it to make it fit around that corner. Hope that helps.